Hi, everybody. It's Bill, and I'm here today as the instructor who has handed out assignments. Today's assignment went to my good friend Dan, and I asked him to take a listen to a record that came out in 1992 by Bob Mould, who was a former member of Husker Du, the great alt indie band of the early and mid 80s. When it came out, it was really viewed as Mould's return to form, but I thought it might be interesting to get Dan's take on it. So, Dan, what do you think?
Thank you, Bill. It's definitely in that alternative grunge sound, and since he was one of the founding members of Husker Du, and they were apparently credited with being an influence on bands like Nirvana and all that. The first listen, it didn't do much for me. I thought every song was a rock anthem, but the opening track, the Act React. To me, it's a high energy, hard rocker. And then several other songs in here, to me, they follow that kind of a similar sonic feel. I mean, I guess we could cross hairs here with, defining the differences in genres. But to me, if you take a song from this particular album, Copper Blue, and take something like from a Deep Purple or Zeppelin, I don't see that there's a whole lot of difference you can really come up with. But Bob Mould, for this music though, this alternative music, his voice fits this. And I found it as I listened to it on the second time, I thought, okay, that's pretty good. And I think you could tell he's definitely in his own zone here. Every song's a wash with the fuzzy, just massive, guitar, and then a vocal. I thought sometimes the vocals got lost in it a little bit. I think if someone is a big alternative or grunge music fan, this is definitely in their alley. There's a couple songs where the mood is a little bit lighter, and those, it's enough to catch your breath to get through. He has a habit of repeating the chorus over and over. So you have all this crashing, heavy, distorted guitars and all that. But that's what I found with Copper Blue. But I thought it was a well-crafted album. Would I go back to it? Yeah, maybe. I think the first 2 or 3 songs gives you enough of what this is. And surprisingly, I came across a little interview. This is Bob Mould's, one of his favorite albums personally. He's a character that's been around, and he probably didn't get enough recognition in his days with Husker Du. But I think if somebody wants a real genuine alternative, knock you over the head grunge music, yeah, this is the one to settle in with.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate your feedback. To me, I always think of this. If you remember the poster of the Pete Townsend with his windmill arm, and it's the black poster, and it says The Who, maximum R&B. I think I put Mould here with the same sort of thing in his flying V guitar, and it is maximum power pop, because a lot of this stuff is quite melodic, and as you said, it's got overdriven guitars, and it's very noisy, and it kind of hits the sweet spot for me. And I really appreciate your take on it, because it's, it is of its time, and it really is kind of an early 90s sound.
Yeah, you mentioned that poster from it. Well, that came from the Who's live Leeds album. And obviously Bob Mould was, influenced or at least inspired by some of that power pop of the mid to late 60s. And the Live at Leeds, I think of Shakin' All Over and Summertime Blues.
Thanks, Dan. And thanks everybody for listening. Make sure to comment and tell us what you think. And also don't forget to subscribe. And we've got more stuff coming down the pipe for you. Take care.
She said, now that's a good idea. She said, that's a good idea. She said, that's a good idea. Now you got the right to sing the old man blues. They're trading your Playboy for some hush puppy shoes. One more time.